All right, and welcome back, everybody. Pennsylvania brought the gold home in the Little League Softball World Series on Sunday, and the team who did it is none other than Johnstown's own West Suburban Little League. After an unbelievable, nail-biting 5-game stretch, West Suburban can now call themselves world champions. The squad is joining us now, fresh off their victory and a long trip back from North Carolina. I can only imagine what you guys have been through over the last 10 days. Has it really sunk in yet? World champions. How does that sound? Awesome. Yeah. So, you know, it's been a long trip for you guys. That was, what, an 8-hour trip back from North Carolina? Yes, sir. You guys didn't even get back until a little over 12 hours ago now. Has it been just a whirlwind? Has it really set in what you guys accomplished out there over the last week or so?
Yes.
Set in now? All right, that's awesome. Well, of course, if you don't know it yet, I'll tell you. What you guys accomplished was nothing short of incredible. And we'll get all into it right now. But first, I want to hear from you guys about what this was all like, from beginning to end, with everything that's been going on out there. Media appearances, you guys were on the national stage, ESPN, ABC. It must have been nothing short of incredible. What was it all like? Coach?
Well, since they're so chatty this morning, listen, it was a phenomenal experience down there. Well, they started the ESPN coverage was at our regionals, and you know, it took a little bit to settle in with the cameras and stuff like that. You know, obviously some nerves, but you know, once they got rolling and just started playing softball and had some fun with it, it was. I don't want to say it was all downhill because we had our ups and downs, but
Sure.
you know, once they just started playing and forgot about the cameras, it was a great time.
Wow, did you guys ever think when you got on that bus to head down there that you'd be coming back with that plaque and this banner?
No.
No? So, you know, for many of you, we've heard from the other interviews that some of you guys have had, this is a dream come true for you guys, just playing in the Little League World Series, never mind actually winning the whole thing. What has that been like for you? Like, where did this dream start for some of you guys? Did you ever think that you'd actually get here? No?
Probably not.
No, not ever. I know, Reagan, you spoke a little bit after the game about what it was like to be here, obviously very emotional. What has this been like for you?
It's just been awesome, and watching forever. As long as I can remember, I've been watching it and saying, I wish I was in that championship. I wish I was there. I hope that I can play in that someday. And then whenever we actually got to that game, it was unbelievable that I was there.
Wow. Coach, you know, you've been with these girls a long time. You've watched them grow up into the champions that they've now become. What is this like from a coaching perspective for you?
It's, once again, it's phenomenal. The girls, during their regular season, they played against each other. So they're on separate teams, and then you have the all-star tryouts. And so these young ladies at the end of their regular season who've competed against each other on separate teams really came together well. They bonded quickly, worked hard, learned each other, and spent a lot of time the last 6 weeks with each other. We got home for only a few days in the last 6 weeks and been on the road, so they've pretty much lived together, ate together, practiced together, everything for 6 weeks straight, and really the bond that they have is second to none.
And so that must be a little tough when you have a bunch of people coming together, some of whom who don't necessarily know each other. When did you realize that this group was going to be special and had what it takes to possibly win this whole thing?
Well, they all have the ability and the talent, and what makes the group special, though, is that there is not one girl up here, I think I can speak for them all, that they don't believe in each other. They believe anything was possible, whether you know, it's a game of failure. So when those failures took place, every single girl was there for the other one. And they all believed in each other. So they had no doubt what they all could do, and they pulled for each other like a team rather than a bunch of individual all-stars that sometimes can happen.
Sure. And obviously, you guys all know the Johnstown community's really come together for you guys over the past 10 days or so. Watch parties, social media, everything. You know, obviously, you guys were away. Were you guys aware just how much publicity you guys were getting back here at home and how much everybody was rallying around you? Yeah, started to figure it out.
Lots of messages.
All right. Well, that's all. And what does that all mean to you guys, the support that you've gotten?
It means a lot. Just knowing that you have all those people watching and cheering for you, it's really great.
Awesome.
Yeah, it means a lot to know that the whole community is also supporting your dream that you've worked for a long time.
All right. So when we come back, we are going to meet up with the team again. We're going to break down Sunday's championship game through the eyes of the champions. Stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. And we're back with the West Suburban Little League team as we continue figuring out how all of this was for them as they ended up bringing home the gold and the World Series championship back to Johnstown. So I want to start to break down just what went on in this game. And Aubrey, Reagan, I have to start with you. I mean, 30 shutout innings, 50 strikeouts. You threw every pitch for this team all throughout the tournament. And in the championship game, you even helped yourself out on the other side of the ball with your bat. What has this been like for you all the way through? How have you been able to focus through all the noise that's been surrounding you?
It's been so awesome, and being able to focus is just having my whole team behind me, seeing them rally, put the ball in play, know that I can too. And when I'm pitching, just hearing all their support behind me, and I know that if the ball gets put in play, they'll make the play.
All right. And so, you had no room for error. In 2 of the final 3 games that you guys won, final score was 1-0. And of course, in the championship game on Sunday, you got into a little bit of trouble in the 5th inning, bases loaded jam, and you get that comebacker right to you. What was it like to get out of that, knowing that that could have been the game-defining play?
It was so awesome just to make that play and then have everyone screaming, our crowd, everyone on the team, our coaches. It just was a really big moment to push all the energy our way.
And we saw you spike that ball down right afterwards and head back. Obviously, the energy through the roof out there. So first, I want to talk, who was in left field on Sunday? Aubrey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously in the 6th inning, 2 outs to go. The ball's coming your way. And, this is after you guys did have a little bit of a mishap in the outfield a little bit earlier in the game. As you hear the crack of the bat and that ball's coming your way and you're knowing this could be it, what's going through your head? Is that the longest 3 seconds of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just reading it, knowing that my team was behind me just for backup, knowing that they'd get the ball in instead, and I was just making a routine fly ball, just making the play happen, and it was 2 outs, so it was just great.
Back to the basics, right?
Yeah.
And so now you got that final catch. Talk to me about the dog pile now. You guys have just won the World Championship. Emotions are high, I can only imagine. What did you all say to each other as you guys all embraced on the field?
We were all happy crying and piling on each other, giving each other lots of love and hugs and telling each other they did amazing because we all did do amazing.
What was the feeling? Was it relief? Was it excitement? A combination of both? What were you guys feeling?
Just enjoyment of everything.
Yeah. Okay. So, Coach, I want to come back to you before we wrap up. What you guys accomplished here is incredible. Pennsylvania last won this title way back in the 1970s, right? Tournament historically has been dominated by a lot of southern schools, teams with a little bit more financial resources, and also they have the benefit that they can play 12 months out of the year because they have the nicer weather, right? That's obviously something that here in Johnstown we don't have the ability to do. Explain what this is like going through as a Northeast team that doesn't have those super resources that they do and how that made this team better and how you were able to figure it all out.
Well, the girls figured it all out. They did the playing. We do a lot of preaching, the coaches and I, excuse me, that, it's a grind, sort of taking on that, I guess, blue-collar kind of work ethic. And, we keep reminding them every game's a grind. And these girls, that's what they did. They worked hard. The resources, you don't need resources to work hard. And that's what these girls do. Day in and day out, they knew what they wanted. They worked hard. We would remind them, what their mission was. And, they didn't take it lightly. They went out there, they knew what they wanted to achieve. Along the way, things have to go your way at times, obviously, but you also have to take advantage of the opportunities when they come to you, which is exactly what they did. When they made a mistake, they didn't let it snowball. They had each other's backs, you know, and we believe that was probably one of the biggest keys to their success, was not letting one big inning, you know, take over and just snowball and get out of control. So the support they had for each other was great. As far as the Southern teams go and all their practicing, it's just nice to see Pennsylvania get on the radar, and I'm sure they'll be looking out for us in the future.
Absolutely. Everybody, the West Suburban Little League team, your 2025 Little League Softball World Series champions. Girls coach, thanks so much for being with us here today, and congratulations. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Little League team, your world champions, for being with us here today. Hope you guys had a good time. Yeah? All right. That's going to do it for us here at 6 News at Sunrise. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.